the top 5 builds for Season 2 in NBA 2K25. We're going to start off with 2 guards, and then we're going to do a lock, a popper, and a center. If you guys have any builds that I might have missed, make sure to comment them down below in the comment section, and I'll put those in future videos. If you guys find this video helpful, drop a like and subscribe. That's all I ask. Let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so for our first build of the video, we are going to go over a 6'4" point guard that's going to be 230 pounds with a 7-foot wingspan. Now we're going to do speed, agility, and strength first because that will tie into badges as we go on. So up first, we're going to get 81 speed on this build with 82 agility, and then we're going to get 85 strength, and we're going to get 85 vertical. Now let's go ahead and go over our finishing category. Up first, we're going to get an 82 close shot here with a 71 layup, a 91 driving dunk, which we are going to cap break actually to give us 96, which will give us Hall of Fame posterizer as well as all the contact animations besides elite dunks off one, which you need to be 99 for. Then we're going to get a 65 standing dunk and then an 87 post control. That's going to do it for the finishing category. The finishing category is super dominant on this build, especially being at 6'4". Then we're going to go over mid-range. Mid-range, we're going to get an 89 midi here with an 83 3 ball. Now this gives us bronze limitless, silver deadeye, gold set shot specialist, and silver shifty shooter. Then for the pass accuracy, we're going to move this up to an 82. That way we get gold dimer. Then we're also going to get an 86 ball handle on this build with an 86 speed with ball. Now you could +1 your dimer here to make it Hall of Fame as it is a tier 2 badge, and then use your tier 1 +1 for Hall of Fame set shot specialist. That way you can knock down more jumpers. Now for defense, we're going to get an 85 perimeter defense and an 85 steal, followed up with a 70 interior, and then we also get a 70 block on this build. Then we're going to get a 78 O-board with an 80 defensive rebound. I accidentally had an extra tick on my speed, but we took that off, which gave us our defensive rebound. And now we can go and put the rest of this extra into our free throw, which will give us a 72 free throw. Now this might be the most balanced, beginner-friendly point guard build I have seen in NBA 2K history. Just about every single category is filled up, and we also have cap breakers coming on in future seasons, as well as a +1 cap breaker coming with season 2. But you're gonna be using your +5 for that driving dunk like we said earlier, accompanied with that 85 vertical to get the Hall of Fame posterizer. This build is gonna come out with shades of Luka Doncic, Jalen Suggs, and obviously the GOAT, Shai Alexander, who's going to be the MVP this season. You get the build name two-way mid-range slasher, which is a pretty scary build name. Let's go ahead and move on to our next build though, which is going to be a PG as well. Okay, so for our next build, this is going to be a 5'11" point guard with 188 pounds for your weight, and then you are going to get a 6'1" wingspan. Once again, let's start off in that speed, agility, and strength and vertical section. So we are going to get a 86 speed on this build, followed up with an 82 agility on the build, and then we also get a 73 strength, and then we also get a 70 vertical. Let's go ahead and start in the finishing category just like last time. We do get an 80 driving dunk on this build, which allows us to dunk the ball very well, and then we also get a 80 driving layup. This build is not going to lack in the finishing category, as you do get silver physical finisher for when you don't get that driving dunk. Up next, we are going to get a 94 3 ball, which we will cap break to give us a 99 3 to give us legend shooting badges. Then we're going to get a 75 free throw to be able to knock down our free throws in the rec or in a pro-am setting. Now for the pass accuracy, we are going to get a 78 pass accuracy on this build with a 94 ball handle and a 91 speed with ball. Now we do get a +1 cap breaker with season 2 that I will be using on my ball handle to get Hall of Fame ankle assassin, which will be very useful on this build. So we will get a 95 ball handle once I get level 40 for season 2. Now for our interior defense, we are going to push this all the way up to a 54. Our perimeter will go all the way up to a 92, and then our steal will go all the way up to a 94. Then we're going to come down here and max out our block all the way up to a 54. So we get a 94 steal, which gives us Hall of Fame interceptor, gold glove. We get all the gold defensive badges, gold challenger, gold on-ball menace, gold pick dodger, Hall of Fame off-ball pest. Then we're going to be able to get gold slippery off-ball, gold strong handle, and then obviously that bronze posterizer. Our ball handling is looking phenomenal. We also get all those legend shooting badges. And then this build is going to come out with shades of Tim Hardaway, Mike Conley, and Fred VanVleet. It's going to be called a two-way 3-level shot creator. Now let's go ahead and move on to our next build for the video, which is going to be a lockdown defender that I'm actually going to show you 2 variations of. All right, so this is going to be the 6'4" shooting guard lock that everybody talks about. For our height, obviously it's going to be 6'4", then our weight is going to be 225 with a 6'11" wingspan. Now let's go ahead and go down to the bottom first. We're going to get a 92 agility here with a 92 speed, and then we're going to get an 85 strength with a 70 vertical. Now for the finishing category on this build is not going to be excelling much in finishing. Like I said, this is a pure lockdown defender. We're going to get a 71 close shot, the 58 driving layup, and a 70 driving dunk. Now this is just more than enough to finish. We do get that silver aerial wizard to be able to catch lobs. And then we're going to get a 45 standing dunk for those basic stand dunk animations to be able to dunk on back doors. Not too much to talk about with the finishing category on this build. Now for the shooting category on this build, we are going to get an 89 3 ball. This build really excels in the shooting category. You get silver limitless, gold set shot specialist, silver shifty, and silver deadeye. Accompanied by an 79 mid-range, this build will not struggle to get any jump shots in this game. Now for the next category, pass accuracy, this one is all personal preference. This is where you'll see a lot of changes with this build. We're gonna get a 71 pass accuracy though on this version of the build, which gives us silver dimer. With a 72 ball handle and a 77 speed of ball, we are not going to be completely stuck in the mud on the fast break. We will get silver lightning launch, as well as bronze handles for days, silver strong handle, and bronze unpluckable. Up next for our interior defense, we are going to get a 65 interior with a 96 perimeter defense. Okay, so after you set the perimeter to 96, you're going to go down to your steal and you're going to push this to a 91. Then for your block, you're going to drop that down to a 47, and then your defensive rebound is going to go up to an 80, and your offensive rebound is going to go up to a 76. That way you can get fluke boards whenever your guard misses. Now with the final ticks of this, we are going to dump these into free throw. That way we can knock down free throws in a 5v5 setting. So this build will be good for the 3s and 5s. I don't really know where locks fit on the 2s unless you're playing with an actual like post score or some sort of inside, but this is going to be the first variation of our lock build. Okay, so for the next variation of our lock build, we are going to get 92 agility as well with 92 speed, 85 strength, and 63 vertical. Then for our finishing, we are going to get a 45 stand dunk with a 55 driving dunk. And then our mid-range is going to go all the way up to an 89. Our pass ac is going to be a 65 on this build. And then our perimeter is going to go all the way up to a 96, which we will cap break for 99. And then we're going to get a 96 steal, which allows us to have Hall of Fame glove as well as Hall of Fame interceptor. And then we're going to get an 80 defensive board accompanied by a 69 offensive with a 57 interior and a 66 free throw. Now this build is more so for a 3v3 setting. I don't really like the pass ac being at 65 and 5s, and I also don't like having only a 66 free throw. So this build is more so for the 3s instead of the 5s. So with this build, you can use your +3 to perimeter defense for 99, and then we also just got a +1 for season 2, as well as your leftover 2 cap breakers. So you could have 99 steal and 99 perimeter defense on this build, or if you're feeling like the 96 steal is great, you could use those +3 to get 95 speed on the build and be insanely fast. But this is going to be our second version of the 6'4" lock, and this one comes out with shades of Joe Dumars, Derek Wright, and Alex Caruso, and it's going to be called a 3-and-D 2 guard. Okay, so for our next build, we are going to be a 6'7" power forward, 263 pounds with a 7'3" wingspan. Now for this build, we are going to get a maxed out speed. 88 speed on a 6'7" popper is glitchy. Then we're going to go ahead and get that 90 vertical. Now you may be like, whoa, don't you need 90? We are going to be cap breakering this to a 91. Don't worry about that. Now for vertical, we are going to get a 90 vertical, and that's going to do it for our speed, agility, strength, and vertical section. Let's go ahead and go to finishing. We are going to get a 72 stand dunk on that build. That is going to be the bare minimum we need so we can get that bronze rise up. We're going to leave it at a 62 driving with a 45 driving layup, and then we're going to get a 71 close shot, which is just up there because of our 3-ball and midi. Now for our 3-ball, we're going to move this up to a 79, which gives us silver set shot specialist, bronze deadeye, and bronze shifty shooter. Now for our pass ac, we're going to make this a 65 pass accuracy, which is more than enough on a popper build. We do get bronze break starter for throwing those deep outlet passes on the threes. And then we also get bronze dimer when we want to dot our corner off of the slip. Now for our interior defense, we're going to make this a 74 with an 85 perimeter. And then we do get a 94 steal, which we're going to cap breaker +2 to get 96. That way we can get Hall of Fame glove, and then we can +1 for legend interceptor. Then on this build, we're going to get a 78 block, which allows us to have silver high flying denier as well as bronze paint patroller. And then we are going to get a 94 defensive rebound, and then we will cap breaker that for 96 so we can get Hall of Fame rebound chaser. Then we're going to get an 81 offensive board on this build, and that leaves us with some leftovers here where you guys can pick and choose. For me, I'm going to be throwing these extra leftovers into agility because agility is super important on this video game and people do not value it enough. I'm going to be dumping those last few bits into the free throw, which will give us a 60 free throw and then 76 agility, which I will more than likely eventually cap breaker down the road to get more agility as well as more vertical. This is going to be my comp popper build that I'm actually using in the stage right now with shades of Tari Eason, Sean Marion, and Draymond Green. This build comes out as a two-way board hunting stretch. Let's go ahead and move on to the next build for the video, which will be our 7-foot inside. Now for the last build of this video, we're going to be doing a center 7 foot, 250 pounds with a 7'8" wingspan. This is going to be a 99 stand dunk 7-foot inside build. So up first, we are going to get a 68 speed as well as a 50 agility accompanied by a 90 strength, which we will be +1ing with our cap breaker from the level 2 season pass to get 91 strength. Then we're going to be getting an 83 vertical, which is going to be super overpowered when snagging boards. Now up next, we are on to our finishing category. For the finishing, we're going to get an 84 close shot, silver paint prodigy, as well as the silver float game. We get a 62 driving layup, an 82 driving dunk, which is crucial for that JaVale McGee dunk package, which is the most overpowered dunk package in NBA 2K25. And for our standing dunk, we are going to move this all the way up to a 96, which we will cap breaker +3 to get 99. Now our post control is going to stay at a 60. This is not a post scoring build. Pass sack, we are going to push this all the way up to an 82 pass sack, which will make it viable on the 5s and the 2s. We get gold dimer, silver break starter, and bronze versatile visionary. Ball handle and speed with ball, we are not going to touch. We're on to our interior defense, where we will get an 82 interior, 38 perimeter, and a 60 steal. That way we can still steal passes with that bronze interceptor, which we will +1 to get silver. For our block, we are going to get an 84 block on this build. This is kind of OD. I really only feel like you need a 74 block, but we're going to go with 84 because I see myself playing 5s on this build. Now for the offensive rebound on this build, we are going to make this a 97 offensive rebound, and we will be cap breaking that to get 99, accompanied by an 82 defensive rebound. Now this leaves you with a ton of leftovers here. Me personally, I'm going to be using my leftovers on free throws so I can play with this build on the 5s and giving myself a 70 free throw with a 29 speed with ball. If you guys don't see yourself playing 5s, you guys could use those in any other category. But don't forget, we are going to be +2ing our offensive rebound, +3ing our standing dunk, and +1 to strength. That way we can get everything we need to make this build useful. As you can see, this build is going to get legend rebounding badges, legend rise up, bronze posterizer, gold dimer, silver break starter, silver post lockdown, and silver paint patroller, as well as Hall of Fame pogo stick. And then with that 91, you are going to get that gold brick wall and have the ability to get legend box out beast. This is going to come out with shades of Clint Capella, Wilt Chamberlain, and Rudy Gobert, and it will be called a defensive anchor. Hopefully you guys end up using one of the builds from this video. If you found it helpful, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. It's been your boy Hollywood though. We will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.